Hi, Facebook. Last post from India, and I'm not so happy about it, but I'm going to keep it brief because we do have to get on a plane pretty soon. I'm just leaving the hotel now, getting picked up by Gautam and his driver to drive us to the airport. Yesterday was, it was so hard to say goodbye to everybody. It was just the most special afternoon in so many ways, and so full of love. And we went over to the orphanage to play and take lots of photos of the kids for them to do like portraits and things. So Ian did such a great job of taking photos of all of the kids, and I'm really excited to share some of the photos because we had so much fun. We ended up playing a cricket game with them, which was one of the great moments of life. So great. And proud to say the kids approve of my technique, so this is good news. But we kept on dragging out the time to say goodbye. Like, literally, we were like, who else wants to sing a song? Does anyone have a dance? Like, I was just kept on. The kids would say, "How about we do this?" And then I would say, how about you teach me some words?" So we're still sitting, like, every moment I could grab anything I could think of to do with the kids, so we didn't have to go. It was pretty funny. And there's a couple of very special moments I wanted to share with you guys before we jet off to our next adventure. But I got a special friendship bracelet. I'm really excited. I don't think I'm ever going to take this off. And one of the incredible things I said to one of the kids, well, I said to all the kids, so when I come back, what do you want from the US? And of course, we're translating everything. So their dad, so there's 29 kids in this orphanage that live there, and they're looked after by Gautam's mum and dad, and Gautam's essentially their big brother, but it's a family effort. He also has a sister that is part of it. And so the dad translated for them, what do you guys want me to bring you back? And Pooja, one of the girls, said to him, and then he translated, she said that just you coming is the best gift. I was like, I'm gonna cry. So I started crying in front of them all, which they kind of actually thought was funny. But never mind. And another moment which I just loved was when I was learning some of their Telugu words before we left, and I asked them different words for different things, and one of them was teeth, and they said palu. And so I said, my dad, palu doctor. And they all went, oh, cool. And then I said, my mum, book teacher. And they all started clapping. I just thought that I was like, my first thought was, gosh, the governments of the world could really learn a lot from these kids. If we give a round of applause to teachers in this room, but like dentists are like, whatever, how about we all take that value on and pay the teachers the way that this round of applause went? It was so beautiful. I can't wait to tell my mum she got a round of applause for being a teacher. But we did eventually have to say goodbye, and I'm like ripping at my heart at the thought of it. And yet I know that I have a new family here, and I know that this is not going to end. In fact, Gautam and I had such an incredible dinner together afterwards, and just sat together and talked about the way we see this world of ours, that there is no compromise on helping and serving. And it was so nice to sit with another human who would say back to me that the first thing and the most important thing in life is helping all and everyone, and ensuring that we all have love and dignity. And so often when I say that, people are like, but what about this? But what about that? Isn't that more important? And I'm like, no, it just isn't. And so to be with somebody last night to talk about that stuff, and to actually have him say, you don't actually need to explain, I understand. When I was starting to explain, to have somebody say that, in our broken English conversations, to be told, I get what you mean because I live it too. It's I guess it's the reverse. You know, I've spent all week seeing people. I've seen all week sitting in front of people who have mental disabilities or orphans or physically challenged, and seeing them and making sure that I sit before them and see their hearts. So when I'm sitting downstairs last night and feeling seen, I guess it's a perfect circle. I didn't think of that until today. That's crazy. Yeah. I had a interesting moment also this morning where the kids and I have been singing You Put Your Whole Self In and You Shake It All Out, the Hokey Pokey, a lot. We've been doing the Hokey Pokey every day. They love it. And this morning I was reading something, and out of that I pulled a thought that, you know, we always say, I'm trying to create my wholeness in myself, like I'm trying to be whole. And I think sometimes we get confused with perfection when we talk about our best self and our whole self. And I was thinking, being your whole self isn't perfection. It's embracing every part of you. Every part that you like and maybe sometimes don't like. And that's your whole self. And I just love that the kids and I all week have been singing, you put your whole self in and you put your whole self out, you put your whole self in. And I was like, that's exactly what you do. You put your whole self in. And I'm so glad that I put my whole self in and came here to have this experience, and to think I'm only a third of the way on this journey of learning. Technically, once I leave here, I go to Beirut, and it's going to be a very different but amazing experience to be with Wissam and his family, who are essentially household names in Lebanon. So we'll be with them. I'm guessing it'll be a bit different, but spending our time with Tati, a refugee organization, and then coming back to LA. But I wanted to finish today's video with a real ask, I guess. I don't often ask, but I'm going to post the link to the GoFundMe page. The money that we're raising goes towards the organizations that we've been with, like Serve Needy. They have a goal to build the biggest home for children and those that have been disowned in the world, and they're aiming to house 1,000 people in this home, and that is Godam's goal, and I want to help him. And here's the crazy thing: it would only cost $140,000 to get that property and that land here. So I've made a commitment to make that happen, and if you would be able to support me in that, please go to the GoFundMe link when I post it later. It would mean a lot to me. I understand that not everybody can, but maybe share it, maybe think about it. Anything helps. And we'll continue on this journey. Have a magical, beautiful, love-filled day of being your whole self. Put it in. Put your whole self in. Okay, bye.